Mississippi Delta has been described in various and famous ways over time. Delta, washed flat by the ever-flooding and ever-flowing and ever-changing Mississippi River over the ages. Until the levees were built, the Mississippi used to flood the Delta regularly, and as a consequence deposited the richest topsoil from all the land between the Rockies and the Appalachians here. And that topsoil became the richest farmland in the world after the swamps and canebrakes and bottomland hardwoods were cleared enough and drained enough to get a plow into it and get cotton up out of it. Meanwhile, the old oxbow lakes and swamps and sloughs and bayous that the river left behind is a brooding landscape, sometimes full of dangerous snakes and alligators, and yet strikingly beautiful at the same time. But as with any growing, living, breathing thing, the Delta is changing. It has been since the first Native Americans set foot here 4 millennia ago and stayed long enough between hunts to build mounds and towns. I mean, the cotton crop used to take hundreds of people to plant and harvest. Now, a handful of folks on machines and agricultural chemicals do the same job in less time and more efficiently. But the hundreds of people it used to take to make the crop, well, a lot of them are still here. What do they do now? That's the questions Delta people are asking. What do we do with the reality we have today? The little towns that used to serve as the plantations went away with the old plantations. And the big towns are having to redefine themselves to survive. And for example, Greenwood, with Viking Range having taken over the old cotton brokers' offices on Front Street, is thriving in the manufacturing world. Cleveland is progressing as the home of Delta State University. And Clarksdale's doing well as a blues tourist destination with adopted hometown son Morgan Freeman. But even he sees the Delta is far from living up to its potential.
I was expecting some changes that haven't taken place yet, and I'm disappointed a little bit.
Some of the richest farmland on the planet is here, and living here are some of the smartest people in the nation. People who, if it can be done, will figure out how to get the level of living in the Delta for all of its people up to the same splendor as the natural beauty of the place in which they live.